What's up, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new episode of SIBZ, West Coast, East Coast Siblings. So today is going to be my Season 6, Episode 3 review and reaction for Vikings. We're going to go over the main 3 takeaways, but first, of course, I'm going to react. So I thought the episode was decent. Obviously, it wasn't a 2-hour-long, action-packed season premiere, but I think it played its role. You know, you got to slow down, ease into the season, build up some longer-lasting momentum, strengthen some character bonds. I feel like the episode was full of a lot of I told you so, which doesn't make the series predictable, but some of the things that we said were going to happen, like Bjorn choosing to go help King Harold, etc., you know, we kind of saw it coming from episode 1. But pump the brakes. I wouldn't call it predictable yet. I think some of the things that we predicted weren't really being hidden. They kind of told us. We got to visit Vitzer, who is losing his mind. He's suffering some intense PTSD right now, seeing the burned body of Thora, and he's basically no use to anybody right now. We saw from the preview for next week that this is definitely going to get him in some trouble. But yes, overall the episode was good. Not too much action, but very purposeful, and so, you know, I'm not mad. Okay, now, so getting into the 3 biggest takeaways from the episode, starting with number 1, we saw Lagertha attacked on her farm as she was offering safe haven to a group of women who had just been attacked and lost all of their men. Man, that group cannot catch a break. Listen, all I gotta say to this is, duh. Come on, Bjorn, what do you expect? You let these men out to wander around the land. It just never occurred to you that your mother also had a farm and that they might come into contact at some point? Now we know Lagertha can take care of herself as she once again takes up the sword. We knew her putting it down was not going to last long as she prepares this village for another attack. Now, one of my predictions from last week was that Lagertha taking up the sword again was going to end ultimately in her death. I figured, hey, it's the last season, and although she's a top 3, probably top 2 character, I think this would be the best way to tie up her story. I mean, she's a warrior. Something just doesn't sit right about her, you know, just retiring and just fading into the years. I just don't think that's the lifestyle for a Viking warrior. But besides her dying, we actually saw a small clip in the preview for next week's episode where she's running and yelling after someone. Now, you could see the emotion on her face, and I feel like the only people that she would be that worried about are the kids, man. So guys, in comes another prediction. You guys are gonna have to keep track of all my predictions. I'm gonna say one of the kiddos is not gonna see the end of the episode. It might be Ansa. But hey, it's just a prediction. Let me know in the comments who you think Lagertha was screaming after. Moving on to the second biggest takeaway, we have the development with Ivar and Prince Oleg. Now, in the episode, Oleg enslaves and tortures his brother Deer and puts a hook in his mouth. So many family issues. They had the kid Igor laughing at his uncle with the hook in his mouth, like, "Hey, Aunt Sally, nice piercing. Uncle Joey got his leg cut off." Like, what kind of family is this? Anyway, the more important development is Ivar. Now, I made this prediction last week, guys. I said Ivar was going to find some way to attack and possibly kill Prince Oleg and take over the entire invasion against Kattegat. I love the discussion with you guys in the comments last week, but here's the thing. You have to think about Ivar's primary motivation. Guess what? It's not to have revenge on his brothers. It's to get his throne back. Now remember, Oleg just offered him a chance at revenge for his brothers, while Oleg would be the one taking over. Listen, Ivar doesn't care if it's his brothers or Prince Oleg or Mickey Mouse on the throne. He wants that throne for himself. And so in the dialogue between them, you see him asking some questions, fishing for some information, and guys, you can't tell me he's not going to use that to his advantage later. I don't know if it's going to be by winning the favor of the troops or just killing Prince Oleg in the night. It could be by turning Igor against him and having Igor kill Prince Oleg in his sleep. I don't know. There's a whole lot of ways that it could go. But guys, even as early as episode 3, you can kind of start to see the wheels turning in Ivar's mind. You can't tell me that he's not going to try something. Finally, takeaway numero 3. We have King Bjorn going to help King Harold, and look, he gets attacked by King Olaf. We expected this. Should have listened to your mama. I mean, she told him it's going to be a whole lot of headache, and this dude isn't even worth saving. He's not even trustworthy. But you know, Bjorn is such a stubborn character. He's got to learn on his own. He's got to carve out his own path. We can actually see this as a common element in how he deals with a lot of things. Not just in this situation by learning and trusting from his mother's experience, but now he's apparently gone sleeping around as if he didn't experience firsthand what that can do to a family with Ragnar. They're really writing Bjorn to be very stubborn. He doesn't listen much, and while I think he has good intentions and a good heart, I don't think that formula is going to last very long in this world. If you don't learn from your experience and you don't get better, you know, you're gonna die. Anyway, guys, that's my reaction and the biggest 3 things you guys can take away from this episode. Let me know more takeaways down in the comments below. I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts and discuss this week's episode all week long, as well as your predictions for next episode. Guys, don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Also, guys, if you like talking movies and TV shows, we cover a lot of different shows and movies here, so consider subscribing and click the bell so you don't miss a single upload. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching, and I will see you for episode 4. Peace!